Good morning, people. Full day of eating to get shredded fried beef in 8 weeks' time. So we're going to run through the full day. Calories are currently at 2,200, 190 protein, 225 carb, and 60 grams of fat. So the time is 10 a.m. First meal. Let's go. If you're struggling to stick to your diet, right, it's down to your food choices, how exciting your diet is. Like, I've got breakfast here, I've got slices of toast, I've got 3 chicken sausages, I've got 2 eggs. It tastes nice, a little bit of ketchup on top. Probably about 40 grams of protein in this meal. Nice meal, something you'd have as a bad meal. But I look forward to it every single morning, like it just hits the fucking spot. So, meal 1, as follows, going in, and then we'll see you in the next meal. So we're now just starting week 3 of the fat loss. We started at 82 kilos. The lowest we've got to is 79. We woke up at 80.9 this morning, so it is flickering up a little bit and down. What I would always say is, when you are trying to lose body fat, is always give it 2 weeks. What a lot of people do is they chase calorie drops, think they need to increase the cardio up every single week. And what I just said to a client then was, fat loss is like a game of like having a toolbox. When you start the fat loss phase, you want to start your calories as high as possible and your cardio as low as possible. And you want to see calorie drops and cardio increases as tools. You take from that toolbox, there's less tools available for you to use later down the line. So if you start your calories super low and your cardio super high, yes, you would lose a lot of body fat and you would see a big drop increase. You would see a big drop initially, but is it sustainable? No. And fat loss is not supposed to be sustainable, but the caveat is that you need to be able to lose. You probably have a lot of body fat to lose. It needs to be done over an extended period of time. And if your calories are too low and your cardio is too high and you're not hitting that every single week and you're falling off your diet, that approach is not sustainable for you right now. So what you have to do is you have to accept slower progress if you're not able to withstand that. Now, for me, I'm a big believer in, I've done the fat loss over 6 months, done it, don't want to do it again. So that's why I'm going a little bit more aggressive, and that means that I have to push on a little bit more. So initially I started off with just one set nutrition plan, so just same calories every single day, but I don't really like that approach as much the deeper you get, because it becomes very, very hard. I'm not saying I'm avoiding hard things, to actually stick to those calories every single day. So what I'm going to do today is actually change my calories around to training day and rest day, and give myself more food on the training day as opposed to on a rest day, and just drive fat loss a little bit more when I'm not moving, I'm not hungry, I don't really care about food on a rest day. So you can push a little bit harder with fat loss on those days, and then drive that calorie intake down without feeling like you have less food over the week. So yeah, it's 12:30. I've got 2 more check-ins to do, and then I'm going to make a pre-workout meal, go and train, and then we'll run you through that. Meal 2, favourite meal of the day, oats. Oats shouldn't be made in the microwave. Sometimes with kettle water if you water if you're bulking, but make them in the pan. 100 grams of oats. Water in the pan. Put your oats in the pan. Cover it with water until it's all covered. And that's the one. That's the money, right? I've had oats every single day for God knows how long. So I'd like to say I've got this shit sussed out. Apart from getting the pan on. Come on. Salt, 2 grams, right? 1, it makes the oats taste better, trust me. And 2, I'm going to train, right? Carbs plus salt equals maximum delivery, right? If I'm training in the morning, I'll have this post-workout. If I'm training in the afternoon, I'll have it pre-workout. good source of carbs, protein, tastes nice, keeps you full. So if you train in the morning and you need some food to keep you on until lunch, that's perfect. You can blend it. You can have it in overnight oats. You can eat it warm. You can eat it cold. It's versatile, and it's why it's in every single day into my meals, and it just tastes fucking good, right? Get oats in your day. Trust me. But get a good protein powder, because that is the piece to the puzzle. If your protein powder's shit, you're going to ruin this meal. What one have I got at the minute? Where have I got it? So I've actually come away from Perform. Performance Protein, Chain by JP, custard cream flavour. Doesn't taste like custard cream, but it is nice. But it's a concentrate in isolate. So most protein powders are just whey concentrate, just whey on their own. But this has got isolate in as well, and it just sits a little bit better. Because what you can find is with the concentrates that are Performed and the Naughty Boys, if you know what they are, or like normal wheys, they're just filled with additives. They're just not as clean, so it can cause a bit of stomach issues. So if you are having stomach issues from whey protein, then just switch to the isolate. It is a bit more expensive. That one's pretty good price. It's like 47 for 2 kilos, which is good pricing, especially with a bit of an isolate in there. So yeah, change it to isolate, but that's a good one. I'd recommend it. They've got some good flavours. This is what you're after, right? When you've boiled it to like that, it's just like a little bit watery. Meal tune. You see it? Yeah. 100 grams of oats, 30 grams of whey protein, custard cream, Trained by JP flavour, 100 grams of frozen raspberries, 2 grams of salt, 30 grams of almond butter, and like a sprinkle of chia seeds just to help with the fibre intake across the board, because I don't really have that much fruit and veg at the minute, so making sure the fibre intake is in there for digestion purposes. But the perfect pre-workout meal, I think when it comes to meals over the day, the one meal I will never, ever, 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 ever change is the pre-workout meal. I've got a meal here that sits well with me, that doesn't make me bloated, that gives me enough energy for my session, that tastes nice, and I've had it for years. And you don't want to be chopping and changing around your pre-gym meal, because if you're constantly changing that around and you're having weird sessions and shit sessions, it's like, right, okay, well, maybe it's the food sources you're using. So if you are going into a session bloated, burping your head off, feeling dead full, change your pre-workout meal. That's going to impact your session. We don't want to impact our session. We want to protect it at all costs. So I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to do a bit of work, let it digest, and then we're going to head over to the gym. I train a little bit earlier on Mondays just because I've got a big block of check-ins to do, so I just need a little bit of break. And then we've got this to edit as we go through the day, a couple of planned changes this afternoon, and then I need to make a reel for Instagram. So see you the other side in the gym. So good, so good. You might fall. Tune. We got our Destino lineup through. Prosper. Whoa. It's gonna be a heavy one. But what a tune, mate. That looks terrible. But that's 175 grams of mince, 300 grams of potato, and some spinach, so it's quick and easy. I have burnt the potatoes and I've rushed it, but I'm starving. I spent a bit longer at the gym, so with potatoes, always ketchup, low sugar. Pretty much use that on absolutely everything. So that is meal 3. Then we're going for a walk. But I want to walk with the phone again because of the camera's on charge. I don't know how to really hold a iPhone and vlog. So I'm looking at the camera. But honest to God, right? Just get your steps up in the morning. I'm absolutely terrible for it, and now it's like 8 o'clock at night, getting 10,000 steps in because I've not moved all day. I don't really move much on Mondays anyway, but just get them done in the morning. Get up, get out, get up a little bit earlier and spring out of bed. Don't even think about it. Get a hat on,
get dressed and go and box 5, 6, 7,000 steps, because you'll make up a couple of thousand over the day. And it's just easy then, rather than coming out this time, which I don't mind walking the dogs, of course, but if they were done, life would be a lot easier. So I don't think I'm going to train in the mornings. I did think I was going to like train in the mornings. Now it is all right on like a Saturday morning, but not consistently. Like Monday, Tuesday, I'd rather just get up, walk and work. So it's probably going to be like a 3 p.m. Session. So Monday, Tuesday, 3 p.m. sessions. Just beating that rush hour rush. It's quite quiet in the gym at that time. Wednesday rest, go and do some cardio, box a big chunk off. And what do you want? And then Thursday legs. I haven't trained legs since before the marathon because I was ill, and then yeah, just gets missed on it sometimes. So that'll be sore this week. Thursday legs, Friday rest, go and do some cardio, sauna, etc. Saturday upper, Sunday rest. So yeah, get back from here and then we'll run through final meal.
Isn't that just the best? 420 grams of Greek yogurt, 60 grams of whey, 200 grams of berries, 20 grams of almond butter, 20 grams of granola, 10 grams of honey, 5 grams of chia seeds. That meal should be 175 grams of chicken breast and 75 grams of rice, but depending on what I can be asked with, I've got an option in there. If I want something lighter in the evenings and if I want something sweet, I'll have that. If not, it is just chicken and rice. So that is pretty much 2,200 calories, 190 protein, 220 carb and 60 fat. Now that's at the minute every single day. But what I'm going to do is from this week is actually change over to training day and rest day. So I'm going to give myself some more carbs on the training day, just around that training window, and just to support performance and make sure that I'm retaining as much muscle as possible, because that's important when you're trying to lose body fat. On a rest day, I don't really care about food at all. The whole food focus thing's gone ages ago. I'm just like, it's just a chore. So I will probably have push a little bit harder in terms of calories on the rest day. And I think that's always worked pretty well. Like the same set calories gets a bit tedious after a while. So yeah, I'm gonna eat that. It's 8 o'clock. I've done my steps. I'm gonna edit this, edit my Instagram reel, and then that's a wrap. Right, it's a full day of eating to get something shredded. We'll do a couple more. We'll update them as we get on and do an update and see where we're at. But it's fucking boring dieting, isn't it? Like I've not dieted. I've not actively dieted for 2 years. I haven't probably tracked my calories properly for 2 years and stayed in shape because of my running. But you can't half not get away with murder when you do running. Like, I could just eat whatever I wanted. Now I've got to be like, oh, fucking, I've got to actually think about these things. And you don't realise how much calories you're over consuming on a daily basis. You know, handfuls here and there, your coffees, just not even weighing out your foods. Like, it's so easy to rack those calories up. So yeah, it's a learning curve for me. It's not a learning curve, as a humbling experience for me as much as it is for other people that come on the team and do it. So, but it's nice to have that challenge. And when I get leaner, it's more fun. It's just the start, it's a bit fucking boring. And it is the middle of summer. Like next week, I've got my birthday night out. A week after that, I've got No Art Festival on the Saturday. And then June, I've got fuck all. I'm doing nothing in June, going sober in June. And then we've got Ibiza. So busy couple of weeks, but then we can get our head down in June. But it's the middle of summer and the World Cup's on. But again, that's just excuses. I can still go out and enjoy myself without doing that. And I'm more bothered about Ibiza. And summer's long. We've got July and August after that, so June can be put on the back burner. Fucking nothing goes on in June. No one's birthdays or anything like that, so that's a wrap. A full day of eating to get something shredded, 2,200 calories. Hope you enjoy. Any questions, anything like that. You need inspiration? There you go. What works for me and my life, that doesn't seem to work for you. It's what's always worked for me. It's got me lean multiple times. It just works. It's easy. Right, it's as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't buy shit in your house to make life difficult. don't snack, drink lots of water, abuse caffeine, take snus, problem solved. See you in the next one.